talk about it. How to make money, yeah, we talk about it. Facebook, yeah, yeah. IG, Twitter, web, so, ooh, it's really there. You can catch CEOs. What can you see, brother? Talking about the hot topics, my girl, yeah. What can you see, brother? Talking about the hot topics.
That's all you gotta do. Rangers, you already know what time it is. Come on, Tiger. You're in a new place. It's a brand new year. And then you get to a new place. Shot. Shut in. Don't fear. For I'm with you. Be not dismayed, but I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will hold you with my right hand. Don't worry about it. I got your back. Don't worry about it. Do not fear. I'll take care of you. Just jump in. Jump in. Jump in. I said jump in. Jump in. Jump in. Jump in. You better grab somebody's hand and tell them. Jump in. Jump in. Jump in. Don't.
Dear Kingdom Builders International Church, I say this every week. Now, I play that because I'll be tired. I've been playing that for a whole year. Now, I'm saying this because I have one of their members on with me tonight. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. I got to make sure to check my sound. So, I just want to say, I'm going to just say this. For a whole year, I've been saying this. Y'all done had camp meeting. Y'all done had parties. And I didn't do a video. I didn't know it. So y'all need to do another video because this one is a year old. So now that I have the church's attention, not sure who made that one, but I play it every week, especially when we do the Keeping It Real in the Gospel. We play it every week so that I can wake up because that's my, and then I love to see my guests at the bottom when they react to the video and the way they looking and they jumping and they saved and sanctified because they jumping. So listen, we got a great show for you tonight. I got two of my guests that's with me right now. I can't say, well, I used to introduce him differently, but I can't anymore because, I got a husband now. But he used to be my industry husband. But now I got a husband, so, I can't say that. So now he's my industry bestie. Just know that MJ Smith has been, just a short story time. They put me and him in the same room one time. And I got there first. And they were like, oh, you can have whichever room you want. And I say, but MJ's coming. It was like, yeah. I was like, I already see what room MJ want. And then after that, I'll work around MJ. And so MJ got there just as humble, radio announcer for WNBM, just all over the world. He's like, what room you want? I said, what room you want? So we're going back and forth because I want him to be comfortable. And I said, well, this room got a little bit more privacy. And then he's like, well, it don't. And can you imagine a radio announcer? And at that time, I had just started out. And he said, whatever room you want. I said, well, you take the private room and I'll take the open room. And that amazed me. And I have loved him more and more ever since. I was a fan then, and now we're family. I was only a fan when I met him that day. I had seen him at many things, but I was a fan, but then I became family because for someone to say, no, what room you want? We stood there arguing for 10 minutes. What room do we want? So, again, I want to welcome everybody. We have Dialogue with Audra. She was my last year winner, y'all. Last year winner for the graphic designer. She back this year. Her flyer is awesome. I don't know if y'all seen the flyer. Her flyer is awesome. We have MJ Smith, who is on for radio announcer. And we have my good singing sis. Well, actually, she's my good singing auntie. I shouldn't say sis. She's my good singing auntie. So tonight, I'm not going to run any commercials until the end because I know these people are busy people. So we're going to first we're going to call out my brother MJ. He's going to come in. Again, MJ, are you there?
Hey, what's going on?
That's radio voice. He's I can hear you. He's multitasking, guys. So he's actually doing the show and doing my show. So that's why we want to get him on so that he can get back to saying, "Hey, this is MJ." So let me be the first to congratulate you.
Tell the people that that very same day when we stood there trying to figure out who was going to take which room for 10 minutes, the first thing you said was, "Well, you don't recognize me because of my hair, huh?" And I'm like,
yeah.
Everybody know Kenya, the CEO.
You never know who you're going to get.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You never know. You may get this Kenya, and then you may get the Kenya with the long hair. You may get Kenya without. Like, so it depends on how my ends are running. If I got a little change, I'm going to the people and say, "Throw me some hair." I'm gonna throw some water on the floor and go. That's why when we got good hair. Thank the Lord Jesus.
Amen.
So listen, I just want to congratulate you for being on. Let me just say this: thank you for accepting the nomination because you didn't have to accept it. I have had over the last 13 years people say, "No, I don't want to be involved." So my first thing to anyone is to say thank you so much for accepting the nomination. When you accept the nomination for being a part of my award show, what happens is that means that you have faith in me, trust in me, and that you support me. So thank you first. Thank you for supporting me, and congratulations on the nomination for our radio announcer. Now listen, tell people who you are so they can continue to vote for you. I haven't seen the voting, but I want them to know who you are so they can vote for you.
All right. Well, first of all, let me say thank you because it is still good to be recognized. For those that don't know, I'm MJ Smith from AM 1490 WMBM. I've been in gospel for the last, I want to say 20 years. I've been in radio for a total of 30 years, but you can't tell, right? So with all of that being said, I try to remain one of the most humble people that you'll ever meet. I want to always be approachable. I don't want to ever hear, "Oh, well, there's MJ and he wouldn't speak to me," or he didn't shake my hand. You never know who you're going to meet or who you'll need on this journey. So for that reason, I always stay humble and I always accept and embrace whomever it is that I run into. So with that being said, I was also nominated for Rhythm of Gospel Awards many years ago. I've been nominated for the Stella Awards, and that's who I am. And I did tell y'all I was multitasking. So hold on one second. Hey. All right.
Well, I'm going to take about 4 minutes to get off the phone. So, again, that is MJ Smith at WMBM. He is actually working, and he said he's multitasking. I think he's done. You're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so he's at the station. Is Deborah Toomer there? Because I love Deborah Toomer. I love Deborah Toomer. She's the best.
She's actually in the other studio.
Okay, well, Deborah Toomer's like the best, and I love her. Be sure to tell her I love Deborah Toomer, and tell her be sure to, give me a shout out on the air. But again, we want to just want to listen. If you don't know, he is on the ballot for www.krtgradio.com for Radio Announcer of the Year. Again, WMBM Studios out of Miami. This is Florida, y'all. This ain't our state. I only do Florida. And listen, so if you want to say anything to anyone that's thinking about voting for you, have voted for you, what would you like to say?
First of all, if you're even thinking about voting for me, thank you so much. But let me just say this, that the category is so phenomenal. Whether you vote for me, whether you vote for CJ, whether you vote for Lady C, listen, the way that I feel, even if I don't take home the trophy, if anybody in that category wins that I'm connected to, we all win. One kingdom, and it's all about putting South Florida on the map. So if you vote for me, thank you. If you don't vote for me, thank you as well. We win together, and that's what it's all about. It's all about the kingdom, and it's all about Kenya seeing the worth in radio announcers, the worth in the promoters, the worth in the singers, the worth in people in Florida together. So regardless of who you vote for, I still say thank you, because whoever brings home the gold, we all win. So thank you.
We all won when we hit that ballot. I tell people this all the time. Once you hit that ballot, you already knew the winner because someone thought of you. And again, I didn't get to nominate anyone this year. I totally forgot. I had totally forgot about nominating. It was like, why you? I said, oh my God, I should have nominated you. and I didn't because I was so busy. And again, for a couple of years, I didn't do the award show because I was so busy supporting everybody else's award show till I didn't have time. Until someone put me to the side and say, "Hey, Kenya, you still got to do your thing. You can help everybody, right, but yours is important too." And I think it's good because I'm the only award show in Florida that's outside. It is a award show that is outside.
That's definitely a good thing, with everybody still being somewhat still COVID aware. We don't have to be all shut up in a room, and you can run around the park and dance if you want to. And I might jump up on the stage and take somebody's trophy. If I don't, I'm just kidding. But it's just a good thing to be back amongst each other.
Right, the networking. It's so important. And again, I want to thank you so much. I promise you only 5 to 8 minutes because I know you're busy, and I just wanted everybody to see who you are. So listen, if you don't know, this is MJ Smith. Tell them what time you're on the air so that they can tune in each and every day that you're on.
All right, so I'm on the air Monday through Friday from 3 to 8 p.m. The show is called The Rhythm Ride Home. At 5 o'clock, we do what we call the Gospel Traffic Jam. I try to highlight gospel local rap artists. And matter of fact, if you got music, hit me up. I'll definitely listen to it, and we'll definitely try to get you on. The only thing is we can't guarantee you airplay. I guarantee you if you bring it to me, I will listen to it. So that's definitely one thing that will happen. But yeah, I've been here for like I said, the last 13 years in radio, for at least 30 years altogether. And Kenya, let me say to you, thank you, because it pays to be nice to people, and you don't have to do it. And you're always promoting somebody. So I definitely, appreciate and love you for that from day one. So I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you. And I love you too. Tell Darren too, I say hello. Looking forward to seeing you next weekend, I hope, in Tampa for the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. We're going to salute and celebrate my brother. And I hope bring all your friends, tell all your friends and family, come to Delray Beach, Florida. And I know Delray don't do much because we're a little bitty city. When you roll it down through it, we stop you in the next city. We're a little bitty city right between Boca and Boynton. But we're going to have a God-filled time right outside in the parking lot. And I want to invite everybody to it. So tell all your friends and family to come hang out. We're going to have 50 vendors.
Absolutely. And then, too, if you got that person that's cooking the chicken wings, oh, my goodness. That's all I'm going to say.
You know somebody got to cook some wings.
There it is right there.
There it is. You got to cook a wing.
Okay.
That's the glory of God. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Go back to work, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. Love you much.
Love you more. All right. So listen, that's my brother, MJ Smith. So if you guys are strolling on the ballot and you're looking for someone to vote for, and you're like, I don't know anybody. Now listen, we're going to get all the radio announcers over on here. But tonight we started out with MJ Smith. Again, WNBM Miami's 24/7. Now they're terrestrial. That means that they on the air. They're on the air there. I'm on the internet. They're there. I'm South Florida internet station. They're South Florida terrestrial station. So again, if you're looking at some good gospel music, again, WNBM and MJ is between 5 and 8 each and every day, Monday through Friday. So y'all join us. So I want to bring my other sister up. Again, let me tell y'all. I don't remember where I was sitting here the last couple minutes trying to remember where I met her at, and I can't remember. I just know it's been a long time. I don't remember if it was at a church event. I don't remember if it was I just don't remember. And she probably can't remember either, but I know that since I met her, I have loved Dr. Audra. I have watched her grow and blossom from just being Sister Audra to Dr. Audra to now she's a pastor, graphic designer. Now, she was my good graphic designer for a long time. She still is. I just kind of like, everybody know that before I got really into doing the radio, I own my own t-shirt company and photography company. So some things I kind of do myself now, but I go back to my sister when I want it done professionally. I go over to Dr. Audra. And she did most of my flyers for when I do my pop-up shops. She does them for me. So we love her. So without further ado, let me bring my sister in. Doctor! Oh, beautiful. Listen, you have had you've been so sweet since I met you. I truly, 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 you know how I feel. I ain't got to say it. I ain't got to sugarcoat it. You know, every time I talk to you, again, I want to congratulate you. I want to thank you. Let me just say this. Thank you so much for accepting because you could have said no. So I always tell people I'm sitting on a mountain nose waiting on one yes. I love, one yes. So I want to say thank you so much for accepting the nomination. And again, I tell people once you get on the ballot, you're already a winner. Last year you was the graphic designer winner of the year, and I tell people I don't see the ballot, right? So you were all these other. At the time, you was kind of new to graphic designs, but you were a beast in the business. And when they called your name, I was looking like. And everybody, why are you looking like that? I was like, I don't think she expected it either because she wasn't even here. So she probably said, I ain't going because I got, but I mean, you called me and said, I can't make it. I have some stuff going on. But I said, I don't think she thought that she was going to make it. But I'm going to tell you something. Kingdom going to show up and vote. Kingdom don't do nothing else. Kingdom is going to show up and vote. So we want to congratulate Kingdom for that. So listen, tell everybody who you are so that they'll know exactly who to go ahead on the ballot when they're looking for somebody under now someone was gave you podcasts.
Right, what you was gonna give me something else.
I almost gave you a whole nother listen. Yes. Congratulations to the doctor. Dialogue with the doctor. So listen, y'all, that is her flyer, guys. Listen, I was like, wait a minute, can you send me my own QR code? Because I ain't got my own QR code to the website. I said, I got a QR code to my link tree. I was calling to say, send me my own QR code.
We got to put a little flavor on it, you know. Well, first of all, I am on live with the GOAT herself, the Kenya Willer. Listen, you're amazing. You're amazing. And just watching you over the years, you encourage me. One thing I love about you, you don't care who show up, who come, who don't come, who don't. You just do what it is that God has called you to do. And I commend you immensely for that. And I absolutely love you. I think at one time we had the same ring. You know, we was like, hey, girl, I got the same ring. But I absolutely love you. You push everybody. And just what you do to try to bring the community together, it's phenomenal. So blessings be upon you and your business and all the gazillion things that you have going on. You just got it going on. You got to go. So we love you. Kingdom loves you. So I bring you guys greetings from Kingdom Builders Worship Center. I got to give a shout out. They're on the ballot, y'all. They're on the ballot too. But you know, the people over there busy, but y'all still can vote. Y'all can vote. So absolutely love you. I am your girl, Dialogue with the Doctor. As you said, I won Graphics Designer of the Year. I think it was 2 years ago. But actually, I'm a graphics designer kind of behind the scenes. I've been doing it for many, many years. It has always been a hobby for me. It didn't turn into a business till when, right, just about a year before I was put on the ballot. And so the amazing thing was I had just came out like a year earlier and I won. And then now with the show, today is actually my 1 year anniversary for Dialogue with the Doctor. So I had a show planned for tonight. I rescheduled my show because I want to be on with you guys just to say thank you. It is an honor. It is definitely an honor. And I don't take any time that anybody wants to say, hey, like you said, listen, I'm just glad to be among the number. I was glad to be in the number the last time. And so to be nominated is phenomenal. And I count it a joy and an honor for the big things that you're doing in the city. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. Again, Dialogue with the Doctor. I don't come on as often as I should, guys, because my schedule is really crazy. But I promise you, if you're not on Facebook, you can follow us on YouTube. It is Dialogue with the Doctor. We have had some amazing shows. We've had some amazing people on the show. Actually, a couple of the shows turned into a conference. We now have a conference called Meeting of the Minds, where we brought in the therapists and we're bridging the gap between psychology and theology. Now we started in Pompano. We're going to Atlanta, and then next we're going to be in Maryland next year. So listen, y'all go watch the show. We've had some amazing people. It is candid conversations outside of the pulpit. And so we have a good time. And I love you guys.
Oh my God. And congratulations on your 1 year. I remember when, I do about 2 or 3 shows. I remember my 1 year anniversary. I sat here, God bless me with a studio. I sat here and I couldn't even go live because I was crying. I was like, oh my God, I did it. And I remember, and I always seem to post this back to back. Back in the day when I was younger, I used to just say anything. It was in the realm of God. I say anything. I used to just be like, you can't sing. Try your data. So, it was hard working with radio stations because I was so keep it real. And as I got older, they started like saying, hey, I can't have you on my network. I can't have you on my show. And I started saying, you can unseat me, but I'm going to bring my own seat to the table. And I started creating my own brand of doing this. And, as I grew, I just added and added and added. And now I got a countertop, you know what I mean? Yep. So it's no longer a table, honey. It's a countertop. And I thank God for that. But I thank God for you because there's been times that you've reached out and you said, girl, what you doing? And thank you for supporting me. Yes. Thank you for having faith in me. And it's good to have people that every now and then that can call your name out in prayer and get a prayer through for me. I appreciate you. Because my prayer goes somewhere, but your prayer be going all the way there.
I can't wait.
My prayer may hit the roof and come back down. Pray for me because my prayer ain't going nowhere. But I love you guys. I look forward. Please invite your friends and family. I hope you're available February the 11th, 2023. I'm sorry, from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Again, you don't have to come the whole time. Everybody knows that I give you a window of when your award's going to be there. Because people say, I got to stay all day. No. What happens is I give you a window so you'll know when that award will be coming out within a 2-hour window. So you can either come all day. So I know some people come at 3 o'clock and they're like, oh, I'm going to stay. And they don't leave until I leave because it's going to be good gospel music. Vendors. And at 5 o'clock, just to let you know, the House of God is actually taking over the stage. They're going to pay homage to one of the young men who have been there with me since I started this journey. He passed away a couple years and he suicided to a car accident. He didn't pass in the car accident. He suicided a little later on to a car accident. And we're going to salute him that day in the House of God for 1 hour. It's going to come in and do a mic toss. So that's going to be awesome.
And the only reason I didn't make it last year because I had a death. We had a death. So.
No, I know. You came to, but honey, you came to my house that night. That night, you came to my house and said, I want to come get my trophy. I was like, you didn't even care. Can I have my trophy? And you came and got it. So I appreciate it because I got a whole box of them at the house still. People still ain't got them, so but it's okay. It's in the garage. It's okay. It's safe. I may bring them this year so we can make sure we get them. But I thank you so much. Listen, you guys follow her on all outlets. Do me a favor, tag your information inside of the comments. So if they want to follow you, make sure you put your YouTube information. And again, y'all go to the ballot. Go to the ballot.
Scan that barcode.
Scan the barcode that I don't even have myself. I don't even have my code. It's my own website. Yeah, send that over. I got a QR code from my link tree, but not my own website. Send that to me. Thank you, sis. Appreciate you. I love you, and nothing you can do about it. You have a great one.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
So listen, I keep saying my friend, I'm gonna bring my auntie up. This is the auntie of all aunties, honey. Y'all listen. So the last person I have tonight is psalmist. And listen, she's a missionary. She's a psalmist. She's a teacher. She's a preacher. She's about business. Let me just say this. She's truly about business. Because if she see that doing something done right, she say, I don't like this type of stuff. This ain't what I like to do. This ain't how you praise God. Honey, she will take that mic. When I tell you that good takeover spirit, she be like, this. And she will get up, go get that mic, and get the musicians together, And that's what I love about her, that she loves things in decent and in order. This is America. This is Florida's auntie. I'm not gonna say Darren's auntie. This is Florida's auntie. Liz.
How you doing tonight?
I am good. Aunt Liz, she tried to keep me in order. She said, "Are you being good, Kenya?" I say, "Yes." She said, "No, you're not."
Oh my God. It's such a pleasure to be on your show tonight, Kendra. Kendra.
I am so happy to have you, and I know you're always in my comments, and I know you always supporting me on this side. So it's a blessing, and I know you're always like smiling, like because I'm so happy to have you here. I just want to say this again, like I said to everybody else. Thank you so much for accepting the nomination because you could have said no. I always tell people that you could have said, "Nah, I don't. I got too much going on," and people tell you that. Get a little discouraging, but you just move on. But so thank you so much for accepting the nomination to be on our award show. And I think this is your first time on it, right?
This is my first time on your show.
This is the first time on the show, on the ballot. So listen.
No. I've been on the ballot from the beginning.
Oh,
I've been nominated every year on your ballot as a praise and worship leader. But this year I have psalmist and missionary. But I'm like the gentleman said, it doesn't make a difference if I win or not. I'm excited just to be on the ballot, to know that people can see the good work I do as building the kingdom. It's not about trophy. It's about soul and building the ministry.
I told you I should preaching. Didn't I tell you I should preach? You give a preacher a mic, they're gonna preach. Praise God. So listen, now listen, you tell them what church you belong to because I know that recently you guys made a transition where I think you are you moved back to Delray now.
Well, for 15 years, I went Full Gospel Baptist Fellowship under presiding bishop at that time with Bishop Paul S. Morton, my pastor, Bishop O'Shea Granger, which was the Southern Atlantic Regional Bishop. And I was under his tutelage for 15 years. And you know what, Kendra? I am a PK kid. I am a preacher, a general overseer, a bishop, missionary, evangelist. That's what I came for. My mom, when I was born, my mom was leading praise and worship, devotional, song service back in that time. That's what they used to call it, song service. While I was in her womb, she was speaking in tongue, praying, and doing the will of the Lord. So that's where I came from. And then I've always told Bishop, I'm only here for a season. But you know what? God will take you away to get you together because it's no longer going to dad church. Because a lot of PK kids, a lot of PK children, I got to go to my daddy church. But God took me away from that. God wanted me to have a relationship with him. So those years I was in Full Gospel, they were well influenced, knowledge. I learned so much about church, and it made me to be greater than I was. And the foundation I had was already strong. So that I only built on to it. And plus it taught me how to deal with folks. And so now I'm at the Delray Beach National Church of God in Delray, where my sister has made history. She is the first female pastor in the National Church of God Incorporated, Minister Yvonne Josie Lane. And that is my pastor at this present time. And I serve as the executive director there.
Now just to let the world know, it's how many sisters do you have?
Well, it was 7 and 1 boy. You know the Prince, our musician. He transitioned to go home and be with the Lord. But it's only 5 daughters left out of 7. Only 5 of us left. My sister Bonnie, who they call Little Shirley Caesar, she's a singer.
Yes.
And the pastor Yvonne, my sister Edith, and my sister Renee, and me. We are the 5 gypsy girls left.
And make it sing. Now, if y'all have never heard Bonnie, they call her little Shirley Caesar. Can we ask your sister if she can come and just render a selection on February the 11th?
Guess what? She claimed she has retired. I told you never retire from ministry.
Never retire from ministry. Let her know that Delray is having And again, you're from Delray, so you understand. We're not taking it to the amphitheater this year
No.
because the amphitheater actually gave me a hard time the last time I used it. We had to jump through hoops. I didn't actually get my permit signed for the amphitheater till 4 o'clock the Friday of. Friday before my event, they kept giving me the runaround. I had all this stuff set up, and they didn't give me any power
And you
to
know
that.
what,
To that.
Kendra? That is so sad because it's like if you don't have connections in some of these cities, they give churches a hard time. They really do. But you know what? We have to, as the people of God, we really have to get involved in what's taking place in our city, so they know we mean business. So when we apply for different um, um, venues or go want to use the baseball park or something, we won't have a hard time because guess what? They'll know who we are, and
Yep.
we have to get
So
involved. We have to get
we have
involved
to.
in our community. That's a must. I'm excited when you're having it at your church. I think that is awesome.
Yes, we're in the process. Again, everybody knows the story about our church. Our pastor, Pastor William, we had another pastor. Hurricane came in, tore it up. We're still having problems getting permits to get back in our church, a fully done church that runs the air conditioning every day. And the city, we're still doing that. But the outside is available and there's bathrooms available. And I say, you know what? I'm going to use my own church.
That's
And we're
right.
going to bring a stage in and we're going to be able to use the property and we're going to be able to have a good time. 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, there's no restrictions. I don't have the fire department coming to tell me it's too many people because you can't really do that when outside of a church parking lot. And we're going to have a God-filled time. I'm inviting churches from everywhere and their praise teams. It's not only about the artists. I tell people, yes, we do want independent artists to come and sing, but I want to have a good time. Meaning, I want the churches to bring their praise teams out and come out and do a set and sing a couple songs because I wasn't raised up on the praise team. What happened is when I left the church, they still was doing devotional service. When I came back, they had praise team. I was like, where this came from? Like as a child, I was raised in the church, so I decided to leave and come back. So when I left the church, we were doing devotional. Then I came back and it's praise team. I said, where this came from? Then at the praise team, now we have like a singer and back in BGDs. You got one singer and 5 people. I'm like, so now this is a mini concert on Sundays. It's no
Yes.
longer. It's a mini concert on Sunday. So it's not you don't sing the songs and you don't have the one drum. Things have changed. Things have evolved, and I have had to learn to, as a church girl, to evolve with what's changing. And you just do what you have to do. But I want to invite you and everyone else. Tell everyone praise dancers, people to come out. It is Black History Month. Now the reason why I'm promoting it as Black History Month, but I want everyone to, last year we had everyone out there. They said, why are you not emphasizing Black history? It is Black History Month, and it is the Black History Concert and Awards. But I want vendors from everywhere. A lot of times when you kind of stereotype it, black, 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 you only get black, black, black. So when I didn't do it, I realized that vendors of all colors, race, everyone was becoming a vendor, and they were all coming out and celebrating. They were coming out celebrating Jesus, and that's what I want this year. So again, I think this is the first year. Now, again, my ballot is always done by a bunch of people, and it still is. But this is the first year that I've had the opportunity and the platform to interview my guests on my show and be able for it to be visible. So now I'm letting you guys know. So Psalmist of the Year is, and Missionary of the Year is Missionary Liz Harris. Psalmist, listen, and listen, she can sing. I'm giving her a mic, so long as you know that you're on the program, I'll just tell you what time to be there to come sing, because we want you to come and render a song.
I'm
So,
old school. I'm old school, so I don't have a problem with that.
yeah, I told him, I said, we was at a parking praise one day and the song wasn't going right. He was like, wait a minute now. Your husband say, go on up there and help him. You ran there, got that mic and took over service. I said, that's what I'm talking about. And we started having church.
Yeah.
Because you said, that's not decent in order. We need to do things. This ain't godly. And
And we always got to set the atmosphere. The atmosphere has to be conducive for the word to come, and preaching is easy like that. But one thing we as people of God have to understand is that worship begins in a private place. If there's no private worship, then that's why so many praise and worship leaders they are not praise and worship leaders anymore. They're cheerleaders because they got to pump and prime people into worship. God don't want our pump and prime. He wants a pure worship from us. He wants it from our heart. Every now and then, God want to hear your voice. It doesn't make a difference if you don't sing like CC whining. He say make a joyful noise. So if you singing unto the Lord, believe me, God appreciate it, and He's waiting on your worship. I'm not one of those new style. I'm not one of those new style praise and worship leader. I don't have no runs for you. I don't have no cute skirts and slids. I just sing the way God give it to me.
Come on, come on. Listen. I gotta listen. I gotta bring her back to host a class because she just said a whole mouthful right there. Ava, she said, did she say it? Shout out to Ava Becker, the artist. Y'all just don't know. She just released a project. But worship begins in a private place. And that's why when they get up there, they got to come on and clap your hands and give God the glory. And they have to do all of that when they get up. And I'm not here to pump and prime you.
And that shouldn't even be used in church. I'm not here to pump and prime you. You know, the Bible say, come in His gate, thanksgiving, and His courts with praise. Be thankful unto Him. When you just think about how good God has been to us, and now that we are able to go back in the sanctuary, we should go in the sanctuary with our hands lifted, with our mouth open, giving God glory and honor. And by the time the praise team get done nowadays, they tired, and they don't wore the people out because you're forcing people to lift their hands, forcing people. You have a heart of thanksgiving. I'm old school. I know new songs. I know old songs. I listen to all genres, gospel music, but I still love those songs. Jesus, I never forget what you've done for me, my God. Praise the Lord, everybody. If the birds can praise Him, and the cow says move, and the rooster say cock-a-doodle, what about us? We was created in His image. Lift your hands. God's been good. Kept some of us safe all week. When I think about how good God's been to me, my hands automatically go up. Whenever I go to a service, I'm discerning. I tell people when I walk in the building, the atmosphere has to change because I'm an atmosphere changer.
Listen, I'm gonna bring her back for a class, y'all. So we're gonna have a dialogue with. I know Dr. Dialogue. We're gonna have a conversation about praise and worship. I'm gonna bring some more praise and worship leaders on because this is what we need. And I know right now this is about the award show, so I don't want to confuse it. I don't want to confuse it because we'll be here all night. But I'm going to set up another show because this is something we need to talk about. That you right about that because you know what? Sometimes you pull an old song back and you could tear church up. You could tear church all the way up, and that's what a psalmist does. A psalmist is someone that can come in and set the atmosphere, change the atmosphere. Because a lot of times you're going to walk in a room that's thick, but you have to know how to change it. Like she said, she's an atmosphere changer, and I love you. So don't forget, February the 11th. Just be ready to grab the mic. And like I said, I don't know if you heard when I said we're honoring Warren Carroll. I don't know if you remember Warren Carroll for House of God, who passed away. We're doing a mic toss for him. We have 6 Hawaiian guitars that's going to be there. That is going to grace the stage. 6 Hawaiian guitar players are going to come and grace the entire stage, and they're going to play. And they got 1 hour to do a mic toss, and we're going to get some singers to come and sing with them. And we're going to have a great time in God, and we're going to celebrate Him. So, and I pray that everybody can make it just to experience that. If you never experienced House of God, they have their own different type of sound. And
yes, Lord.
I'm ready. I don't know about nobody else, but I'm ready for 5 o'clock. I'm ready for 3 o'clock, but I'm definitely ready for 5 o'clock. Where from 5 to 6 o'clock, we're going to have them come on. So listen, I just want to thank you so much because your grandbaby said, Grandmama, you've been on there long enough. It's time to go. So again, I need everybody to do me a favor. Stop by the Praise and Worship Experience, which is www.krtgradio.com, and check the ballot out. The ballot has a whole lot of people on it. Whole lot of people on it. But we want to make sure that you guys are voting in every category. The reason why we're doing these interviews is because we're getting votes for just one person. So a lot of people say, I don't know nobody else. So we're interviewing so that people can see who these people are. So again, I want to thank you so much. Anything you want to say before you go, Auntie Liz?
I just want to say thank you to everyone who ever nominated for me. I greatly appreciate it because I have a heart of compassion and I love meeting the needs of the community. And I call myself one of the original church girls. Since my father was the longest standing pastor in Delray Beach, and he passed away. He transitioned to glory at the age of 97. And I thank God for my parents. I'm going to say this, I'm going to cut it off. I thank God for my parents because the teaching they taught me, I live on it. And both of my parents are transitioned to glory now. But those teachings are carrying me every day. And I find myself more loving God more and loving God's people. And so I say thank you, Kenya, for letting me be on your platform. Thank you to have nominated me. All I can say is may God bless you and may God blow your mind, Kenya, that you see things that you've never seen before through this platform. And I want to say congratulations to Abel Bethel for your new release. Wonderful, awesome woman of God. And I just want to say thank y'all.
Thank you and thank you. And listen, I'll be seeing you on, you come into all my shows, so I appreciate you. Much love, Aunt Liz, and I'll see
Love
you
you.
February 2nd. Love you. So listen, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I did not do my commercials. I didn't play them sponsors, but we're gonna do it real quick because they be like, where my sponsorship at? So tonight's show is brought to you by um, A Natural Seal. A Natural Seal, all natural products. Again, Sylvia Gillian and Gillian and Co. She does more than just taxes, y'all. So listen, if you're looking to do anything, if you're looking to power of attorney, any of that, y'all contact a natural seal. She will take good care of you. That is my sister. She's a proud sponsor and have been for some years. Also, listen, if y'all ain't doing nothing, and I should stop saying it because I hate people to say that. I should stop saying if you're not doing anything. Listen, who knew the gospel stage played live gospel music, original music, written and performed, original music, the hit gospel stage play, Who Knew? Now, this is a Chit-Chat production. It will be in West Palm Beach, October the 29th, 2022. So that means that it is next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. Chit-Chat Productions, again, they are also proud sponsors of the KCW Multimedia Group platform. We want to thank them so much for all they're doing. Again, the tickets are $40 for general admission. Contact Sylvia. I have tagged her name in the post. So if you're looking for something to do October the 29th, they still have general admission. All the VIP is gone. So you know if all the VIP is gone, it got to be a great show. They already know. So all VIP is gone. Only thing they have left is general admission. Y'all contact them. Listen, Jay says, come hang out with me February the 11th, 2023 in Delray Beach, Florida. Come. We got some great surprises. I'm going to be letting you know after next week. We're going to have VIP as well. We're going to have VIP with the VIP experience. We have so many things lined up for the award show. Again, I am promoting. I know everybody say, why do I keep promoting the 5 to 6 o'clock hour? The 5 to 6 o'clock hour will be the celebration of Warren Carroll. Again, Warren, from before I was doing the award show, I was actually doing a sacred steel. I was the only person outside of the house of God that was doing a sacred steel. They were like, how are you doing a sacred steel but you're not house of God? Well, everybody gave me no notification and I couldn't do it. I would bring the young steel guitar players together, the young ones, and we would come over to my church in New Jerusalem and they would line up across the thing and we would basically have a great time in the Lord, and they would invite their friends and family, and we would have a sacred steel. So I am bringing that back this year to celebrate Warren and we're gonna have a great time. This year, the show is hosted by me, by Gerard Holmes of the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. Gerard L. Holmes, you know, he lives in Tampa. He has his own award show, which is I'll be heading over November the 5th. So Gerard L. Holmes will be our host. And again, we have such amazing things that we have planned for you on that weekend. So I'm getting ready to get out of here. I told y'all 30 minutes. We 15 minutes over, but that's okay. We got to get Auntie Liz back to have a praise and worship workshop in the seminar, because she has dropped some spiritual nuggets on us tonight. Join me next Thursday night. I don't know who I got, but do I have anybody? No, next Thursday night I won't be on because I'm on a platform. I'm on a platform next Thursday night, but I'll be returning in November. So in November, we'll be returning with everyone on the ballot so we can continue to promote, market, and brand everyone. Again, I want to thank you so much for everyone who's tuning in on the live and on the replay. We salute you. We honor you. Don't forget to go over to krtgradio.com, and vote. Continue voting. Listen, and don't just vote for one person. Go down the list, see if you know somebody. Help somebody out. They'll love you for it. Again, krtgradio.com is the website. And while you're over there, go ahead and do me a favor as well and tune in to KRTG Radio's 24/7 all independent gospel music. I am the CEO and the owner. Yes, I own my own radio station. You guys can tune in by just hitting play now on the website. So I want to leave you guys. So listen, I want to leave you guys tonight with another video. I know that I play videos all the time, but I'm going to leave you guys with a video and let you know I love you guys. I mean it. There's nothing you can do about it.